This is Northern New York's Next Generation.
Good evening. I'm Nick DeFerris. Here at ABC 50, we believe it's important to recognize Northern New York's next generation. The future of this incredible place we call home rests in the hands of young people across Jefferson, Lewis, and St. Lawrence counties, volunteering their time in their schools and their communities as tutors, firefighters, National Guardsmen, artists, athletes, and so much more. These are their stories. At the end of tonight's program, we'll announce one lucky nominee to receive a $1,000 grand prize on behalf of their remarkable contributions to the North Country. Our first nominee hails from Lowville, where his spirit of service and helpfulness, he says, are derived from the small-town values he holds so dear. Academic, musical, athletic, and community achievement are all in a day's work for him. But what he looks forward to most is one day returning to Lowville and putting all his talents to good use right here at home.
Noah Comet is a Lewis County native and says he couldn't be happier with where he grew up.
Growing up in this community, it's a very fostering community, and it's nice to see, like, you know, small town America. The small community values that we all kind of picture are very alive and well within Lowville.
And Noah takes advantage of any opportunity to get involved.
I'm doing something for whatever program the day brings, whether it's doing something for yearbook, like going and taking pictures, or like whiz quiz, going and practicing trivia, or a backpack program, which is a really great one, which everyone should donate to. Quite honestly, I like that. I like the idea of us having to have more money.
Noah's drive also extends into Lowville Academy in all departments, from music to athletics.
2 years in band since 4th grade, so I'm a swimmer. Athletics, you know, well, our team this year is going to be pretty good. How can we get better? Just try to make it a better place for everybody.
According to Noah and his parents, he gained his hardworking characteristics through his involvement in Scouts.
We've always instilled in him that put others before self.
For us, that was the most important thing.
The scouting has been a big part of his life, that's for sure.
And I think they've instilled a lot of those values, too. Just reinforced what we've been telling.
And if you're wondering how someone so young gained so much perspective, you can look to Noah's parents.
Mom and Dad have always kind of raised me to, you know, think about others before yourself. I'd rather make sure somebody's okay before I do something.
But his parents say his passion for giving back is something he always had.
At 4 years old, he was immediately going up to that tree saying, this guy needs new shoes. We need to buy him new shoes. You can't say no to a 4-year-old who says, can I go to the store and buy, you know, you just do it because I think a lot of it was in him already. We just helped him bring it out.
Despite being recognized for his hard work, Noah remains modest in all aspects.
I'd much rather be too busy than sit at home bored going, what can I do?
And after furthering his education, Noah plans on returning right to Lowville to serve the community.
As to go to college to be a funeral director and come back to my community and buy one and work at either funeral home here within Lowville. That's really giving back, is that as a career.
Next up is an enterprising young lady from Indian River with the heart of a journalist, something that just charms us here at ABC 50. She came all the way from Missouri to the North Country, and although she's only in 5th grade, she campaigned for a school newspaper and is now Indian River's lead reporter.
Lucy Beam was a new student last year after her family moved from Missouri to the North Country, but the 5th grader took the new district by storm, a determination her parents say she's always had.
She's always been a doer. She's the kind of kid that gets an idea and you get out of her way because she's going to get the idea done.
And her idea for Indian River Intermediate School was something that had never been done before.
It's a letter I wrote to become the news reporter. I thought I could do it because I'm pretty good at persuading people. I have good reasons, and I'm an honest speaker. Like, in the beginning it says, I thought of something that was a big responsibility, because it is.
And that letter made it to the front office on Principal Carrie Smith's desk and turned into something that would impact the entire school.
She had wrote me an essay about wanting to start a school newspaper, which was a persuasive essay and very well written at a 5th grade level, very articulate.
From there, Lucy was named the IRIS lead reporter and began gathering stories and making her dream a reality.
Go to the lunchroom and I interview students. I also have sign-out papers, and then you circle a category because I have different categories so everyone can find an interest. And I kind of look them over and it's a chance. If I think it's good enough, I'll put it in. I just get a bit frustrated when I think I might be hurting people's feelings if I don't include them, but otherwise it's fun.
And with full creative control, Lucy made sure there was something everyone could enjoy in each issue.
And then, again, I have the jokes and random words, and most of the times I have like a puzzle or some sort of fun thing to do at the end.
Lucy even took it upon herself to deliver the issues each month across the building. And the effort made an impact not only on the school, but also Lucy herself.
I don't think I really understood why she was doing this, and I know it was a huge, just wanting to do the newspaper, being a journalist. That's a huge thing, but I think having a way to connect was huge for her too. I've seen a huge change in her, joy and everything about the school here. So it's been a really good experience for her.
With dreams of becoming a journalist or anything else she sets her mind to, Lucy never loses sight of the importance of her position.
It just makes people happy to me.
Our next nominee is known for his quiet, gentle attitude towards serving his community. From South Jefferson, he's made a name for himself as a photographer with an artistic eye. But he lends his skills happily to those around him, be it his school's yearbook or those in need. His belief in helping his community is so strong, he's even volunteered with the fire department since he was 14.
And Jacob Kronk at South Jefferson High School is another great example of how the next generation is making a difference.
I got involved with a few things, and I saw the potential that they had. So the more I got involved, the more I was like, I want to do this, I want to help people.
According to Jacob, getting involved with FFA is what helped foster that mindset.
I'm involved with the FFA. I've been in it since 6th grade, going on 7 years. We help people grow to become better leaders through public speaking. We do a lot of competitions. We advocate for agriculture. We kind of just give back to the community. Something else that the FFA has definitely pushed me to get out of my comfort zone so I can grow, be the person I want to be, and do what I want to do.
And Principal Vancona definitely noticed the leadership traits that Jacob gained.
I think an important thing about Jacob to note is that he's kind of introverted, so the leadership that he speaks about is often very quiet, but you don't have to be loud to be a leader, and I think he really embodies that.
And his creative eye benefited the entire school last year with his participation in yearbook.
Last year was my first year trying it. I got put as head photographer, and we ended up winning a national award, so it was pretty cool. So last year I was more into the photography side of it, and this year I said that's something I already know a lot about. I want to learn something new. So I asked her if I could do more with design. So now the majority of what I do is I'm kind of the Photoshop work. I get to experience a different software than I'm used to.
Even with his many organizations and commitments, Jacob still finds time to think of others.
One day he came home and he was like, on Friday, do you think that I could go and take pictures for so-and-so? Because I don't think they have the money to get their senior pictures done. I just want to do them for him. He just has that heart. He's a good kid.
And his dedication for his work extends from the classroom into the community.
I've been involved with the fire department since I was 14.
And there's no doubt that Jacob's mindset will bring him success in the future, and his parents can't wait.
But I'm excited because I know he's going to go places. Special kid.
I'm just seeing him, just to see what he's come up to be now. It's exciting to see what he's going to be in the future.
I want to pursue computer engineering in college. So hopefully I can do that and then have photography or whatever, learning new things on the side.
But Jacob attributes his success to others and can't wait for what the future holds.
I've gained a lot more confidence, social skills. I can look back, just be proud of what I've accomplished, how far I've come, and motivates me to keep going. Anybody can make a difference. You just have to take that step up and look for how. And it's important to take advantage of any opportunity you can.
Next up is a young man from Lyme Central School who proudly represents the agricultural heartland of the North Country. Growing up on a farm, his work ethic and stewardship of our rural heritage are some of our oldest and best values. This native son of the North devotes himself not only to serving those around him, but he's also a National Guardsman, serving his entire nation.
Trey Zaire graduated from Lyme Central School in 2023, and his hardworking attitude from growing up on a farm transferred into the entire district.
I always like to try to lend a helping hand because a lot of people need it, and especially like on farms, for example, not a lot of kids want to do hay, and I help a lot during the summer with hay and stuff like that.
He has been a very helpful child pretty much his whole life. We have a very strong family background with him growing up as a child. His always helping his grandparents, anybody that needed help with anything.
Not only does Trey work hard on the farm, but also excels in his classes and programs.
I go to BOCES as well for electronic and computer technology, because I've always been interested in computers and stuff like that, and we get to learn how to solder is like a small part, but a lot of it's working with computers and cybersecurity and stuff like that, so I plan on going to college for something like that.
And his drive paid off and got him into multiple excellence programs. You're also in National Honor Society, correct?
Yes, I am. I've been in it since last year, and I'm also in Skills USA through BOCES, and then the championship. So I went last year for Quiz Bowl, and I got a silver medal in it, and hopefully I can go back this year.
With inspiration from his family, Trey decided to join the National Guard so he could continue his education while serving his country.
My grandpa was actually in the Army, and I thought about doing the National Guard because I can go to college for free while I'm in the National Guard, plus it's only one weekend a month, so I like that idea. It was definitely different because I've never experienced something like that before, but it changed my mind a lot of what I thought, because I went as a guest first to see how it was, and I really enjoyed it.
And his mom couldn't be more proud of the young man he's become.
The experience that I noticed with Trey is actually when he started going to the National Guard. Made a big change in him in a very positive way. He grew up a little bit more responsibility kind of came out in him. Big change, and I'm very grateful for that.
After accomplishing so much already, Trey is continuing to plan and set goals for the future.
That looking ahead just helps out a lot. I've seen my parents look ahead in life and what they want to do, so that kind of helps me out. I kind of plan on working a cybersecurity job at some bigger business. I'm not really sure where yet, but that's one of my goals.
And according to Trey, it feels good that he's able to make a difference along the way.
It's a very good feeling to know that I can help people out.
Our next nominee is from South Jefferson, a dedicated volunteer who believes that there are few better things than helping her peers excel. A National Honor Society student, she spends her time tutoring her classmates, helping to organize blood drives and car washes, but it's her humble love of bettering her community that shines through all she does.
Madison Burdick is a student at South Jefferson High School who has a passion for giving back, something that started at a young age, according to her and her father.
Since I was little, I always loved helping out with things, especially like my brother's baseball teams, Little League. I've always helped my mom at the concession stand, gone up to the announcing booth, helped out there a little bit. And then as I got older, more opportunities came to me, so it was kind of easier to get more volunteer hours.
Her work ethic is unbelievable. Since a young age, she's always put forth her best effort in everything that she does academically, out in the community, and I'm most proud of her hard work with whatever she does.
Her involvement in the community has only increased as she continues to grow.
I'm a part of SAD at our school, Students Against Destructive Decisions, and I'm also a part of SOS, Sources of Strength. Recently, we did a car wash for Ukraine. We sent money that way. We have a blood drive coming up. My math teacher asked if I would use my study halls, help some kids out with their math work, and I was like, of course, yeah.
She says that her efforts make a difference in not only those she's helping, but also her own life.
With volunteer work, I've gained a lot of self-esteem. I've definitely noticed that I've made a lot of connections through all my clubs and volunteer work. When I started doing it, a lot of my friends kind of joined in. Why not? And we when out in the community and working with other people is when you really get to make good friendships, I think.
And her hard work has paid off and earned her admission into NHS and other honors.
When I got into NJHS, we made a peer tutoring program, which helped out students who maybe needed some help in like certain areas. I was more math strong, so I helped out in those areas. I definitely think it's more helpful when a peer is helping rather than a teacher, because you learned the material just now as they're learning it, and so you can kind of understand where they might be confused on certain things.
And through her involvement in the community, Madison found her passion in music and dance.
I was signed up for dance at Newton Dance Company when I was 3 years old. Since then, I really got into it. I loved it so much. Now I'm on the Extreme Dance Company. Constructive criticism, you get a lot of that in dance. That's really helped and like translated into my schoolwork. When a teacher tells me I'm doing something wrong, it's not, you know, they're trying to help you and you don't like get as hurt by it.
Burdick's father says he's looking forward to watching his daughter's passion flourish through her involvement in all of her organizations.
These experiences that she's participated in will help her make her a more well-rounded individual moving forward. I think she has the highest potential, very capable of doing great things.
Although the recognition is nice, Burdick says she donates her time and energy for other reasons.
It feels great when my hard work pays off, getting recognized with different awards, but that's not really why I do it. I just like how good I feel after helping other people.
And she doesn't plan on stopping anytime soon.
I plan to stay involved in my community.
At 6 years old, our next nominee is our youngest, and setting an example to all of us on how to stand up for our communities. Following in the footsteps of her grandmother, she brings friendliness and a can-do attitude to chili cook-offs, Relay for Life, her classroom, and she even inspires her parents at home.
Jade Frederick is a standout student at only 6 years old and is setting an example for others.
You have to be kind to each other, and you have to be good to your friends so you can have fun and have a good day every day.
According to her mom, Jade brings that positive energy to every aspect of her life.
She lights up the room anytime she, enters any room. She's a great big sister, a great friend to all of her peers, just a role model to mom and dad, too.
And her mom, Stacy, says Jade's always excited to lend a helping hand.
Most kids her age at 6 would rather probably be home playing video games or just being home, but Jade doesn't even skip a beat. I will ask her, like, hey, I'm doing this for work, Relay for Life, you wanna come? She doesn't even skip a beat. It's like, yes, Mom, I do wanna come. And I share just what it's about, and she's always willing to come.
Jade helps out in the community every chance that she gets.
I helped her out with the bike riders, helping them go a way that they have to go. And I helped gift wrap at the mall, and I went to the chili cook-off, and I went to a taco thing.
But her time volunteering at the chili cook-off has been her favorite, and for good reason.
It had food there, and my favorite food there was the nachos. We helped give people tickets because all of the people have been asking for water because the chili was too hot.
And Jade is able to connect the experiences in the community with the lessons she's learning in the classroom.
I like about it that it can make us feel like you can give exercise into your body and help out your bones to stay healthy.
Jade's enthusiasm is carrying on a family legacy, according to her mother.
My mom, as a young girl, I always went to help her out in the community. So I think it kind of comes from generation to generation. That's kind of how I want to be with her, is just show her how wonderful it is just to make a difference in the community.
And there's no doubt that Jade's light will continue to shine in the years to come.
The next nominee is the only student proudly representing my own alma mater, Watertown High. His remarkable story is one of emerging from his own shyness to become a prolific and active leader. An athlete, musician, honor student, and Eagle Scout, he awes even his own teachers, who find tremendous comfort knowing that in him, kindness, leadership, strength, and service are alive and well at Watertown High School.
Mason Rumble at Watertown High School is now known as a leader in the community. But according to him, he hasn't always been that way.
When I was younger, I was a really shy kid. I didn't get around too much, but all these things coming together, it's helped me get into it more. It just became more natural.
And one of those things was his journey becoming an Eagle Scout, which allowed him to grow from that shy kid into a confident leader for others.
When you're a kid, it's a lot of fun and I want to do this, I have this goal. But then it's the other stuff becomes fun. I've done car washes, those are fun and stuff. Even going to the park and cleaning up. It's always fun and it kind of just blends together. So I don't notice it's just labor or anything. It's just a lot of fun.
Scoutmaster Janina Boone has been able to watch that transition take place.
I have watched him go from not knowing what to do in a leadership aspect to a leader. He is a mentor. He is getting them and teaching them everything he can and everything he's learned.
In addition to Eagle Scouts, Rumble has a part-time job, plays on the varsity soccer team, participates in select chorus, and is a member of National Honor Society, which all allow him to further develop his leadership skills.
Being a leader, it's definitely nice. And for things like my passion, like soccer, it just makes it easier to even develop those things.
Music teacher Rebecca Rose at Watertown High School says that Rumble's positive influence spreads through the entire building.
Kind of neat to know that there's somebody walking down these hallways that is doing the right thing, that is a model for their peers, and really lives that idea of just being respectful, dependable, hardworking, all those things we want to take into adulthood. That can't help but shine through for all the other people around them, whether they're even aware of that light shining there or not. And I know as an adult to have that interaction with someone that just really gets it, it gives you a little bit of hope for where we're going towards our future.
With a smile on his face, Rumble has raised money for the organizations he's involved in, put in countless hours of community service, and even redid the kitchen at the Sportsman Club. All experiences that Rumble looks back on with pride and humility.
Seeing what I've done, getting thanked for it, and it just becomes kind of a part of my life. Like I said, outside looking in, shy kid, it's nice to be there. And then seeing what I do too, that's just a plus.
And the skills that he's gained through his involvement will undoubtedly bring him success in the future.
Back to sports, I think I really want to do sports med or go into a field like that. It's always been my passion, like you said. But more academically and more being able to have a voice that I've built up through Scouts, leadership, NHS, all that. Maybe law. I might want to be a lawyer. I don't know. I'm just looking forward to my future and seeing what happens.
From Mansville Elementary, the next nominee is a shining example of the determination and dauntless effort a true love of family can inspire. Known for her warmth and kind spirit, she's already an award-winning leader in her school, and when it comes to raising money for a good cause, she's dynamite.
Nora Marin is a student at Mansville Elementary School who's already been recognized for setting a great example for her peers.
So the CARES Award is given out by the school and teachers are able to nominate her.
The CARES Awards are awards that you get for showing cares in the classroom of cooperation, assertion, responsibility, empathy, and self-control.
But Nora hasn't won her school's CARES Award just once. She demonstrates she cares about her community so often, she's a multiple award winner.
This is the one I got in February. This is the one I got in March. And then this is the one I got in April.
I actually emailed her teacher last month and I said, how did Nora get CARES 3 months in a row? And she said, well, I nominated her for such and such months and her speech teacher nominated her for another month. So she ended up getting it 3 months in a row.
And Nora's recognition is well-deserved. Her warm, friendly personality is something that makes her school a positive place to learn and grow.
I like to say hi to everyone, and I feel like I know the whole school. We joke around about that, like I talk to every single person.
But Nora's kind heart and caring spirit extend well beyond the classroom.
She is very kind and caring. Even with her little brother, she, you know, when Hudson's not being nice, she tries to compensate for that and turn it around so that he doesn't get in trouble.
And Nora's generous spirit is rooted in a deep love of family. The unexpected loss of her aunt led Nora to raise over $1,500 for the American Red Cross Association.
My younger sister, Stephanie, passed away unexpectedly due to a heart failure. And when her school put out the challenge of earning money to raise for their school to help them bring CPR and awareness to their to the school, to the class, I jumped right on it and I said, this is something that we, you know, is near and dear to our hearts. And it just got so big so quickly. She raised over $1,500 and the school's goal was met. Actually, the whole class did, or the whole school did great because they had to raise their goal level once.
She's just a wonderful girl, wonderful daughter, and very caring to everybody, so.
Next is a student from Cape Vincent who took up the gauntlet of community service, launching her own campaign to improve the park in her hometown. She developed her own plan, wrote letters, raised hundreds through garage sales and lemonade stands, and credits the example of her family as the source of her involvement and hard work.
Lily Shavasty recognized a need at the municipal playground in Cape Vincent, and she decided to do something about it.
This playground needs a water fountain because, like, if you're playing a sport and, like, you forget your water bottle, there's nothing else you can do. And I play sports and I forget my water bottle all the time.
And Lily's quest for a new water fountain began with writing a letter.
The letter itself was so well thought out. She talked about a plan for how to raise the money. She said, you said right in her letter, I know you're going to be concerned about the cost, but I have a plan for that too.
And have a plan she did. Lily rolled up her sleeves and got right to work, turning her vision into a reality.
We have done lemonade stands, and sometimes we did a garage sale too at one point, and we've raised over $400.
And recognizing how to help her community, classmates, and family is something Lily has been known for years.
This drinking fountain kind of snowballed well because of Lily, and this park has been here well over 30 years, and yet she was the one that realized there isn't a drinking fountain. I knew she would do something about it, because that's the way she is. If she has an idea, she gets behind it.
And Lily's positive influence is something her community can't stop raving about.
She is incredibly kind to all of her classmates, never hesitates to step in and help anyone that needs help. From a teacher's perspective as well, she helps me.
And as it turns out, Lily's determination to improve the playground is something of a family tradition.
My brother, he had a bake sale and he raised $3,000 to help with this wonderful playground in. And before it was an old wooden and rusty metal playground that everybody would get splinters on.
And that tradition of service to the community is something Lily is proud to carry on.
He's just a very good brother, and I love him so much. And I just wanted to be right behind him in his success.
And according to Lily's dad, the water fountain is just one of many examples of how Lily makes the world a better place.
She does stuff like this every day around the house. Lily is the most caring, compassionate, selfless, remarkable little girl that anyone could ever wish to have in their family.
As Lily goes forward into Thousand Islands Middle School, she plans to carry on her kind and big-hearted spirit.
I think I'm gonna keep doing fundraisers because you never know when an idea could pop up.
And her friends and family can't wait to see what Lily does next.
As far as I'm concerned, this is just the tip of the iceberg of what a great young lady she is.
Our next nominee is a student Girl Scout, performer, and Key Club officer from Norwood, Norfolk, who has made a name for herself as one of our leading lights of stewardship. Her unflinching belief that building better communities starts at home has given her a determination to always push herself and never give less than her whole heart. Emily Frigo graduates from Norwood, Norfolk Central School in 2024, and her care and compassion have earned her a reputation for working tirelessly to better her community.
It's important for girls to be confident in themselves and be able to push themselves forward. So helping other girls learn new skills and pushing them out of their comfort box is very important to empowering them and helping them become a better person for themselves and others.
And one of the ways Emily challenges herself is through the Girl Scouts, where for 13 years, she's learned what it takes to be a leader and how to lead by example.
Girl Scouts, when I started, it was more so learning more about yourself. And then growing up, we learned more about helping others and becoming a bit of a leader in a community and doing things that normally people you wouldn't see doing. So we started a bunch of things like a garden, and we helped out with animal shelters and senior homes.
And Emily's mom, Amanda, couldn't be prouder of the inspiring leader her daughter's become.
She's always been very strong-willed. She's always had a good head on her shoulders, and if she wanted something, she found a way to positively get that, whatever it was, and Girl Scouts has really empowered that with her.
Emily plans on becoming a Girl Scout co-leader, but that's just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to enriching her community. Emily performs in her high school musicals, works part-time, and is active in her school's Key Club, where she's contributed to food drives, highway cleanup, and even leadership conferences.
I push myself outside my comfort zone an awful lot. This year, for Key Club, I went to LTC, which is a leadership training conference. I met with a bunch of other Key Clubbers and other people who are on boards and things like that. You learn a lot of new things, you meet a lot of new people, and it was hard, but it was fun, very fun.
When Emily's friends recognized her ability to uplift her community, they urged her to run for office, which led to her position as Key Club secretary.
I was pretty nervous to run, so one of my friends pushed me forward and nominated me, and I decided to run that year. So this year is my second term as secretary.
And the secret to Emily's kind-hearted leadership? Emily says it started at home.
My mom taught me a lot when I was growing up, that it's important to be good for yourself, but be good for others as well.
And that lesson is something Emily plans to take with her long after she graduates, with big plans of making helping others a lifelong career.
I plan on going to college for psychology. I'm not quite sure which area yet, but I've been really looking into clinical.
And Emily's decision is one her family feels is perfectly suited to her caring spirit.
She has a really kind heart. She really has a good, I've always said she's got a heart of gold. She cares, and she just deeply cares.
And taking care of her community is something Emily says she plans to do for a long time to come.
I like the joy that it brings people. I like the confidence it can bring people and the happiness.
Our last nominee is an eloquent young lady from Lowville with a lifelong talent for creativity, who uses her exquisite way with words to advocate for the beauty and importance of agriculture here in the North Country. An award-winning public speaker, she's a swimmer, musician, artist, and chicken farmer, and she's a role model to each of us. It's important to recognize Northern New York's next generation, and go-getters like Olivia Hoppel at Lowville Academy are giving us something extraordinary to look forward to. A 7th grade student, Olivia's natural eloquence has made her a rising star in Future Farmers of America, winning first prize judging poultry in Massachusetts.
I've raised chickens, I've raised rabbits, goats, we've had cows and pigs in the past. It's not out of the ordinary for me to get up and tell somebody about why I love this chicken.
And Olivia's love of nature and her way with animals has made her a rising star in her school's FFA.
Even at a young age, starting in agriculture class in 6th grade, she really was a shining star. One of those kids that's very organized, that was showing up to meetings and really encompassing the opportunities.
Olivia has become an outspoken advocate for agriculture, writing an award-winning speech on poultry raising and reminding us all that agriculture remains the backbone of the North Country.
The first competition I ever did was a public speaking competition. It was a 4 to 6 minute speech that I could write on any agricultural topic. And so there's so many things that I could have done. I already had a million ideas, but I chose chickens because my entire life we've raised a lot of chickens. I wrote it about what they need and that other people should have chickens as well, and what you can do so you can have a safe and happy environment for your chickens and learn to enjoy chickens as much as I do.
She'll even like pick up and hold them and rock them. So she's always just had this love for all animals, really.
And along with her captivating personality and FFA achievement, Olivia participates in swim club, select band, chorus, and holds a 99.17 average.
She's doing amazing because I've even told her, you know, grades first and then all the extras. And she just wants to prove to me that she can keep those grades up and do all the extras.
And Olivia's confidence, kindness, and remarkable personality have earned her a reputation for inspiring everyone around her.
She is a role model to everyone around her, and I think she takes that in any club or organization that she's a part of. I think she inspires her peers a lot just because of her friendliness, her calmness.
I can remember she stood up in front of the 75 other middle school FFA members as a little 6th grader and gave her speech, and I was like, wow, just in awe of her presence and her confidence.
And though Olivia could have her pick of which of her many talents to pursue, she says her true passion lies in her own creativity.
I plan to go into the art industry. Like, I really enjoy art, and I'm not sure what I want to be, and I want to leave my options open because there's so many careers out there, and there's so many things that I could do with my life.
On behalf of myself and ABC 50, I want to congratulate and thank each and every one of our nominees. The North Country is a better place because of you and all your efforts. Northern New York is a remarkable, beautiful, and majestic place, and you have helped make it that way. We are fortunate indeed that the care and future of our marvelous home lies with you, our next generation. Thank you. And now, without further ado, it is my greatest honor to reveal the $1,000 grand prize winner selected from among all our outstanding candidates.
The winner of Northern New York's Next Generation $1,000 grand prize given by LA Quarry is Madison Burdick from South Jefferson. Madison was selected by a panel of judges for her exemplary volunteer work, student empowerment, academic achievement, and community enrichment.
I was so surprised when my dad called me and told me. It's just really nice to get recognized. You don't expect to when you do stuff out in the community, but it feels really good. I really like leading. I think continuing to put myself in positions where I can grow my leadership skills is really fun right now, and just trying new things.
Madison says she intends to put her grand prize money to good use, saving for college, with the hopes of one day using her tutoring and empowerment skills working with children.
I'm really looking forward to hopefully working with children. That's kind of my main focus, is anything really working with kids. Keep a positive attitude, even if it feels like it's really hard or difficult right now, it will get better. And it feels really good to get recognized, but you don't expect it.
Northern New York's Next Generation has been brought to you by LA Quarry, Burville Power Equipment, and DP Bartlett & Sons.